ahead and turn the call over to you so you can take it away.
Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. Okay, you guys, well, welcome to the call. I'm super excited. It's the beginning of April, and I love April because it's GTC time. So I'm super pumped about what's happening in our businesses. And I just want to say that, Stacy, if I left you off the new consultant bonus, I'm going to recognize you right now because I think I might have, but I know you got your new consultant bonus too. So anyways, so there's a lot of things that we have going on in our business. And I just want to teach you guys one of the things that I learned from the very beginning of my business that I remember hearing about a long time ago was build for events, and build for events, right? So back when I started, the build for events was, when's our next Earn and Learn? When's our next Discover Arbonne? You know, what's the next thing that's happening? Let me build for that, right? But then a few times a year, we have these really huge events that we can build for that we can utilize. And one of those things is GTC. Another thing that we can build for is the fact that Arbonne has a lot of really great things going on right now. So there's a couple of things that I just kind of want to highlight. So the 90-day Kate Spade Challenge, right? I'm sure that that's going to recognize a lot of people on the call at the end who earned month 1 of the Kate Spade Challenge. Just remember that even if you didn't earn month 1, you can still earn month 2 and 3. It means that you won't get the big bag at the end from your national vice president, but you can still get little things along the way from your regional vice president. That's one of those things that I'm talking about when I say build for events. So a lot of times I think that people think building for events means build for parties and get people to meetings, which is totally what we do in our business, but we also have to build for events ourselves and with our teammates, right? So the 90-day Kate Spade Challenge is a perfect example of what we can utilize to build momentum in our business. So whether you did it last month or not, August or April is a brand new month. So you're able to take this month and map it out. So I hope that every single one of you has got this printed out already. If you haven't, just, you know, put yourself in timeout for a few minutes and then get out of trouble and go print this out, because this is something that's going to help keep you on track for the month of April. You also want to utilize the 40 people, right, the 40 faces sheet from last month to kind of build momentum off of that. So you might want to look at some people that you talked to last month and figure out who you might be able to talk to through those people if they have friends that you have that are mutual, right? Because now they're going to be a positive testimony for you and your business. So that's something that will help you guys too. So I just want to encourage you guys, build yourself for that event. The other thing that I want to encourage you guys to do is build momentum around the event that Arbonne has right now, which is 50% off new consultant signups until the middle of April. This is huge, you guys. This is something that you can utilize to build your business and create massive momentum. And the fact that Arbonne's doing that right before Vegas is so key, because these people are going to pay $20 to upgrade from a preferred client to a consultant and get their free product or their discount or whatever. But they're also, even if they start from scratch and they pay the $40, now they're in the system, and now you can call them when you get back from Vegas and say, hey girl, I know you might have done this to get a discount, or maybe you were kind of thinking about doing Arbonne, but I'm in Vegas right now and all these great new products just launched, and I really think that we should get together and help you get this business rocking and rolling, right? So if these people are already in the system as consultants, that's just the next line of people that you're going to help to continue to grow a business, right? So get as many people to that consultant level as possible before we leave for Vegas, because that's just people that you're going to be able to follow up on. So not only will that help you with your 90-day Kate Spade Challenge, but it'll also help you build your business and create momentum after Vegas. So GTC is the next big event that we have, right? It is less than a few weeks away. And what I want to challenge you guys to do, whether you're going to Vegas or not, you want to maximize your calendar now. So here's some tips that I can give to you guys to help you to utilize the fact that our company is having a corporate sponsored event to help you build your business. So step number 1 would be to get your entire team on board with coming to Vegas and getting excited about preparing for Vegas. So if you have people in your business, you all might want to get together for lunch or coffee or whatever and sit down and do a little booking blitz together as a small group with just you and your few business builders that you might have to create a full calendar before you go to Vegas, okay? So some things that you could do is you could call people that are thinking about doing the business, and you can say, listen, I'm not sure if you're ready to jump in or not, but I really think that if we could just get a party or two on the calendar after I get back from Vegas, I can bring all my new products, and it would be a really great way to get your friends involved in helping you get your business started because we have new stuff coming out. So the fact that somebody might be teetering on doing the business, and the fact that we have half off signups right now, and the fact that we have new products coming out is huge. Lots and lots of reasons why these people are going to want to get involved now versus later, right? Because they want to get on the bandwagon with the new stuff that's coming out. The other thing that you can do is you can click down in your group volume or under your preferred client report, and you can look at every single person that has free shipping, that has preferred rewards, that's up for their renewal, all those things. And you can tell them all that we have new stuff coming out and ask them if they want to be on the call list for, or the big text blast or the special Facebook page or whatever you want to do. I would make it more personal and just call or text them so that you can create a list of people now that when you're in Vegas, they want to know what the new stuff is. So you can text or call all your clients before you even leave and say, hey girl, do you want to be on my call list for what's new? Like, do you want to know what the new stuff is? I can call you when I'm in Vegas and see if you're interested because there's 50% off kits that we get as consultants, and I'd be happy to get you the new stuff at a great deal. So then you can have a huge list of people to work from when you're in Vegas. And instead of just buying an I Want It All kit for you and your business, you might end up selling 2 or 3 or 4 I Want It All kits to your clients because maybe they want that stuff too. So that's something else that you can do. The other thing that you can do is you can utilize the fact that the new products are coming out and create an event at your house where you and your team can invite people to come to you. So maybe these are people that don't ever want to host a party. They are not down for having their friends over, but they like the products. Or maybe they've been clients of yours for a while and they want to see what it is. You can create an event for like 2 days after you get back from Vegas. You can even do it on Sunday if you're leaving Saturday night. You could do it Sunday night or Monday or Tuesday of that next week. And tell them that on that day, you're going to show up with all your new products and you're going to have a demo at your house from 6 p.m. And you can get your entire team and you as a big group, right, to get people to come over. So on top of the fact that they're going to have new products that are going to entice them to come over and see what's new, you can also invite your upline area manager or regional vice president to do a little Discover Arbonne at the end, because now you have a captive audience and lots of new people that want to try the new stuff. And so you can do a little Discover Arbonne at the end of that to help build your business with that. So those are just some of the tips that I have for you guys on how to utilize GTC. The other thing that I would say is bring a contact list with you to Vegas. This is the opportunity. I get it. We're in Vegas. We want to go dance and have dinner with our friends and maybe go out for drinks or whatever. But you guys, the fact that you're in Vegas, away from all of your responsibilities, you have no kids, you have no husband, you have no house to clean, laundry, work, none of that while you're there. Do you guys realize how many phone calls you can make when you are in that hotel room before or in between trainings? If you plopped yourself on a couch in between trainings and just started texting people with the crazy momentum that you might have from an excitement that you might have from that convention, you could stir up a lot of activity when you get back. Now, ideally, what we want to do is have that activity on our calendars so that when we get back, we've got parties lined up immediately when we get back for the rest of April. And these are our exclusive hosts, right, that get to see the new products and invite their friends over. So these are people that you, strategically, I would pick people that I would want in my business to host these kinds of parties. But whoever it is that you think could get friends over. So I just want to encourage you guys to just rethink who you know already. Rethink who you've kind of talked to about Arbonne. These are the people that you want to get on board and get on your calendar before you leave or after. Now, if somebody wants to join the business, don't let them wait until after the new products come out. You want them to launch now because we have 50% off consultant signups. You want them to get all their friends to their house like tomorrow. And then at that party, you're going to tell their friends that if they book a party their party is going to be the one that has all the new products at it. So that will incentivize that new business builder to get even more bookings for right after Vegas because new stuff's coming out. So rather than having the business builder wait until new stuff is here, have them launch before, and then they'll get more bookings off of their party because of the fact that new stuff is coming out. So those are just some tips on how to utilize GTC. Another thing, just so you guys know, is if you have people back home that couldn't come to Vegas that really wanted to come, keep in contact with your team when you're in Vegas. If you hear something that you feel like they would really benefit from, text them. Tell them that you thought of them. Send them a little blurb of what happened. You know, communicate with people, because when you're in Vegas out having fun and they get a text from you, they realize that they're special to you and that you thought of them. So really keeping in communication with people too. If you guys have never been to Vegas before, I'm just going to give you some tips. Bring comfortable shoes. Be prepared for super big crowds. Don't get angry that there's long lines, because there's going to be long lines everywhere. Pack some snacks in your bag and eat in the seats, because you'll have lots of lines. If you want to wait for something, it'll take a while. But come with an open heart, you guys. And one of the things I want to ask you guys right now is, what kind of a mode are you in? There's 3 modes, and I'm sure you guys have all heard this. You're either in the blaming mode, the justifying mode, or the building mode. And you can't be in multiple modes. You can only be in one. So if you feel like you're making excuses for yourself because your kids are in a million sports, or you're having a hard time at work, or whatever it may be, you just moved, even legitimate reasons like you're stuck in the hospital, whatever it may be, you guys, that's a justifying mode, right? I have a gal on my team right now that is in the hospital. She got in a major car accident a few days ago, about a week ago. She broke her arm. She had surgery. She has stitches up and down her face, and I think she had surgery on her leg too. She is making phone calls in the hospital, in her bed, building her Arbonne business. She's not justifying the fact that she's stuck in the hospital and using that as an excuse to not build her Arbonne business. It's actually motivating her even more to build her business. She's still planning on coming to Vegas, and she's in the hospital. But anyways, I just want to tell you guys, what kind of mode are you in? And believe me, I've been there before, where I've been like, okay, Vegas is coming in 2 weeks. I'm kind of down and out. I hope I just get remotivated by this convention. And you will. And you'll come back from Vegas, and you'll be all excited, and you'll work your business, and you'll have a little bit of growth. But how much better would it be if you went to Vegas in the building mode already? If you worked on your head already before you left, and you worked your hiney off because you're working the 90-day Kate Spade Challenge, and you're starting your business right before you even leave, you guys could take yourself from a team of 1 to a team of 20 next year coming back with you in Vegas. So just make sure that when you go there, you go in that building mode. If you are in the blaming or justifying mode, I'm not saying that we don't all go in the perfect mode, but try as hard as you can to get yourself out of it. And if you can't, and you're working hard and you feel like, you know, when you go to Vegas, it'll help you, it definitely will. But I just know from experience that when you go already excited, it just catapults. So really try hard to make sure you get your head right. Read some self-development, read GoPro, read Dare to Dream and Work to Win. My favorite book on the planet when it comes to Arbonne, to be honest with you, is The Energy Bus, because I feel like that's what it takes to build a business and a team with the right mindset is the Energy Bus, really. So anyway, those are all good suggestions for you guys. The other event, just so you guys know, the other couple of events that are coming up that we need to build for, right? Whatever we've got going on, build for it. It's an excuse to call people. It's an excuse to create a commotion, and it's an excuse to reach out to people. So whether it's the consultant signups or the fact that we're getting new products or whatever, we also have 2 more events coming up this summer. So if you're coming to Vegas, the business that you're going to build from Vegas until then is now going to be available to go to the next event, right? If you can't come to Vegas, still the business that you're building from now till then will be able to go to the next event. So the next event is the West Coast Leadership Retreat in Irvine, California. And that's going to be June 16th and 17th. I've had that on my calendar since the very first post Beth made months ago, because I know for sure I'm coming. Don't be one of those people that says, well, I might come if nothing else happens. You want to make sure that that's on your calendar and you're coming, because you want to start motivating your team to come with you and build for that event. If you're somebody who's not ready to go, or you're kind of questioning it, or maybe I will, maybe I won't, you might end up coming at the last minute, but half your team won't come with you because you haven't been building for it. So build for that event. You're a shoo-in. You should come no matter what. And then you start helping all those other people realize that they need to come. And I will tell you guys, just a side note, I feel like these retreats are even better than Vegas, in my opinion. So I love them. They're so personal. They're great. So that's June 16th, 17th. Now, for those of you guys that are on the East Coast, we're going to be doing a retreat. It's going to be our first retreat on the East Coast, and it's going to be in Tennessee. And it's going to be July 21st through the 23rd. So there's another event that you can build for. Now, who do you know in Tennessee? Who do you know in North Carolina, Kentucky, Alabama, Indiana, all those places, anywhere over on the East Coast? That is going to be driving distance from our retreat. So if you know that we have a retreat coming up in July, and you've got a friend who lives in Tennessee or somewhere close to there, you can start talking to them now about the business, because your mindset is that you're building for that event, right? So just so you guys know, that's going to be something that will really just be a game changer in your business, is utilizing things like this and building for them versus being reactionary and just kind of going with the flow. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys. The whole nitty gritty of this business, you guys, is parties and people. Over and over. Parties and people. Parties and people. You fill this sheet with people because you have parties. And then on this sheet, you will have names of people that will join your business, and then they will do the same thing. It's duplication over and over, right? I also want to just recommend to you guys too, because I had a couple gals earn the Kate Spade Challenge, which I'm super happy for them. But I've seen people fill this sheet out and they just put a name in it and that's it, because it looks nice and clean. I should go get my sheet from last month. It's crazy. But my sheet has their name and then what I did with them, like makeup or maybe business builder or possible whatever. Like I have notes all over my sheet of what I want to do next with those people. So that way when I look back on it, it's not just somebody's name. It's their name with what the plan is next, right? Because we always have the next step plan. So just to utilize this sheet in the most appropriate way, I would definitely like take notes on it and just let yourself know when you look back on that, oh yeah, that's a business builder. I got to focus on that one. Or that girl said she'd have a party for me. I got to call her, right? So, so anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to share. I don't know if anybody has any questions. I know that Beth is going to do recognition for that 90-day Kate Spade Challenge. But I also want to encourage you guys too. I know Casey posted on Beth's Nation page and I copied it and put it on my team page. But it was a great video about a guy who decided January 1st, I think of last year, that he was going to make a new friend every day. And he made 365 friends because he did it every single day. And he talks in the video about how nervous he was to kind of go out and do that. And he stepped out of his comfort zone and he just started being friendly with people. He put his phone away and he said hello and he struck up conversation with total strangers. And you can see that he got better at it over time because pretty soon he's taking selfies with people and he's getting their phone numbers. And he was even saying in that year that he got a job because he met someone, created a relationship with that person that he'd never met before, and that guy got him his job that he has now. You guys, that's what we do in Arbonne. That's what we do. It's not that we're talking to people on the street every day about the business, but when you're at a party, you're striking up a conversation with somebody new and you're creating a relationship. If you're in line at Starbucks, you might get to know somebody really quickly. The whole point is get out of your shell. Get out of what you usually do and do more, right? Always increase your capacity to do more, whatever you have to do next to get better at it. So I love that 365-day challenge that he made for himself. I would love to encourage all of us to do the same thing. And really, you guys, that's what this is. It's a 40 faces sheet. Most days have 30 days in them, around 30 days. And we only ask people to fill out 30 faces a month. So really, it's one new person a day, really is all it is. It's so simple. But it's also so simple not to do it, right? It's so simple to just keep your phone in your hand and not look up and say hello to somebody, right? Because you don't want to take the time because you're busy, right? So really, you guys, just get out of your comfort zone, build for those events, and utilize them to build your business. That's really all I have.
I love that, Kim. And it's crazy because in every network marketing book we read, and I love that she pointed out several of those books, that's what they all talk about. That's what they all talk about. It's what always keeps our business alive and fresh. And you guys will have a blast at these retreats. And I did want to mention, because I don't know if we've mentioned this publicly yet, but we had originally first said that the June retreat was a manager retreat, but we've decided that we want to make that a leadership retreat. So that will be open to all levels. Which means it's exciting for those new consultants that come into your business in the month of June that are like really like ready to rock and roll are going to be there. But I do want to still encourage you and piggyback on what Kim said to promote. Say, I want to be at least district manager, area manager by June 1st. So you get to go and be, because we're going to do something special and fun for all those who promoted by that date. And that way the open doors for everybody else can be anybody else that come in. Okay, so I just thank you, Kim. That was awesome. I love seeing the comments because we do. I will say that Cheryl Kurtzy on my team, she's a district manager. I think she sells 7 to 8 I Want It All kits every GTC. She contacts every preferred client that she has, and she lets them know. She doesn't know what the product is. She just knows that, hey, this is what we're going to have. It's always around this much. And she gets money beforehand, and all of that goes under her ID. So you couldn't do that for consultants because, you know, nobody who's not at GTC gets the I Want It All special under your ID. Only those of us that go. So, but you could do that for your customers. And I mean, you